Hi children, happy Sabbath. So I'm going to tell you a story about that is titled Mother's Hands. So this is a story about a very young mother who had just, she had a baby, Marjorie, who she just, one day she just left her in the crib. She was sleeping, and the mother thought that she might be going to a neighbor to talk for a moment, and she just for a few minutes, and she went outside the house, and she was met with the neighbor and was talking with her. And then time passed, and what happened is suddenly they heard a fire alarm. So the neighbor said, "No, don't worry, it looks like it's far, not close by." So then they continue, but again the sound alarm went off. So what's happening? Then the mother started becoming worried. Then what happened is they heard the firefighter, the fire truck, the fire engine coming, and then they saw big people also coming around, and she quickly started running into her house, and all of a sudden she saw that her house was on fire, and many people were close to the house. He almost couldn't get into the house. The people were trying to keep her away from the house, but she was so worried about the baby that she made all the effort and went inside the house. She knew where to find her baby, and she grabbed her from the crib, and she was going outside the house. But he, because of the smoke, he tripped, and he was trapped. And luckily, a fireman came to and rescued her. But the mother had some serious injuries, and she went to the hospital, and her hands were very bad burned. So she spent several weeks in the hospital recovering from her wounds. But finally she went home, and a new home, because all house was burned, and she could be together again with her baby. Well, that's the first part. But a few years passed by. Baby Marjorie, grown up, and she was already 8 years old. And then Marjorie suddenly realized, she saw mother's hands. What had happened? Then she asked the mother, "Mother, you have some ugly hands, really. Why is that?" The mother, I think her memory went back to what happened many years ago, and she started crying. And Marjorie asked her, "Mommy, what I done wrong? Did I ask something? What happened?" And then the mother started to explain to her the story about the fire in the house, and how she managed to get into the house and rescue her, and how the injuries were very bad, and her hands were really hurt, and they couldn't, took a long time to recover. So Marjorie said, "Oh, Mother, sorry for saying that." And Marjorie said, "Mother, you really have the most beautiful hands in the world." And it's something that I think Marjorie realized the great love that the mother had for her, that she, even risking her life, went to rescue her in the fire. This story also has to do with something, children. There are other hands that were wounded for you. The hands of Jesus. You know that? So what happened to Jesus is that evil man, when he was here, drew very great nails into Jesus' hands, and they hung him in the cross to die. Was very bad, and Jesus, then they buried Jesus, but he resurrected, he rose again, and now he lives today in heaven, and he's waiting for the glad day when he shall return. But you know, the marks of the nails are still there. Even when he shall return, the marks of the nails in Jesus' hands will be there. So and those nail marks will be there through all eternity. And when we will be in heaven with him, we shall maybe ask him, what happened, Jesus, to your hands? And he will tell you the wonderful story of salvation over and over again. Then with the same, like little Marjorie said to her mother, Jesus, you have the most beautiful hands in the world. So that's the story.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.